From being a wild meme stock to a penny stock, Clove stock definitely had a rough time over the last couple of months. From its all-time high of $28.85 per share, Clove stock is now moving at around $3 per share, which is a loss of almost 86% of its value in what seems to be a relatively short time. If you're one of the Clove stock investors who's in it for the long haul, stay tuned until the end of the video to find out what could continue to cause this massive decline. If you're new to our channel, hello and welcome to Wealth Gambit. On this channel, we cover the latest stock trends, research, and news. If you're down for that type of content, like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified as soon as we drop new videos. Please note that we are not financial advisors and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. Shouts out to AZCF. The future sure is full of uncertainty. Thanks for watching and commenting on our videos. We appreciate it. Just before the year ended, Apes and Clover Health Investments Corporation have seen new trading options in the market, and that's a series of put contracts that are meant to expire February this year. So we all know that put contracts or put options are when the buyer thinks that the trading price will fall below the strike price and the seller thinks otherwise. Contrarily, a buyer of call options thinks that the trading price will soon rise above the strike price, while the seller probably doesn't have the same opinion. The put contract we're talking about in Clove has a strike price of $4 and it has a current bid of 36 cents. So if there's anyone out there
Anyone there?
would like to sell to open the said put contract, or when another investor buys the put contract, it will be for $3.64, and that comes before broker commission. As for the call options, it has a $6 strike price and a current bid of 11 cents. Meanwhile, these are options which are about to expire this January 7th, and here is the history of trades among those options. Now, these options don't necessarily show anything specific, but they do shine light on the fact that a lot of investors think that the price has a big chance of moving significantly, and whether that is significantly up or significantly down, only the stock gods and Nancy Pelosi know. Regardless, Clove enthusiasts must be prepared for what may come in the next few months, because as far as we know, when the business grows, typically so do the expenses, and if Clove stock doesn't get a hold of bringing costs down, then it may continue to be a rough ride. Although this has definitely scared some investors, causing the stock to dip further, it seems like all hope is not lost for Clove stock. In one of its press releases, Clover Health announced that it is expecting to double its members in 2022 from its current levels. From the total of 125,000 members Clove reported in its Q3 earnings, Clove expects this number to increase to 200,000 by the end of 2022. On top of that, Clove recently partnered with Cricket Health for its newly launched clinical program targeting chronic kidney disease. With this new partnership, physicians through Clover Health Assistant can now recommend and enroll patients who have been diagnosed of a chronic kidney disease into Cricket's Health Personalized Kidney Care program at no additional cost. And these enrolled Clover patients will have access to multidisciplinary care teams, including nurses, dietitians, social workers, and trained peer mentors to help manage their CKD in a 24/7 virtual program offered through MyCricket. Clover Health CEO Vivek Garipalli and President Andrew Toy will also present at the 40th annual JP Morgan Virtual Healthcare Conference on January 11th. And seeing how this penny stock is still trying to get out of the mud with all these growth expectations, this kind of exposure could be really good for the stock. With Clove's expectations of member increase in 2022 and a new partnership, it seems like Clove's management is doing its best to pull out game moves and work towards disrupting the Medicare industry. A lot of people are still questioning Clove's business model, but it's all up to Clove's management team to prove Clove's business viability in the long run. And with that, we'll leave you with Clove CEO Vivek Garipalli on reasons why they started Clover Health in the first place.
It was really this core thesis of how do we help physicians make better decisions at scale? So one of the biggest problems we saw was a lot of the industry was geared around determining who were good doctors or bad doctors, or servicing the population that was maybe a bit more well off financially. When we think about particularly the elderly population, where you have widespread presence of chronic disease, you have skyrocketing costs, where the vast majority of individuals over the age of 65, what we call Medicare in the United States, 80% have at least one condition, 70% approximately have two or more. And the biggest problem we thought that needed to be solved was, how do we help physicians make better clinical decisions? How do we give them actionable data, prioritized data, accurate information? And the reason why that's so important is, particularly over the last 20 years or so, we've seen this hyper growth in the number of therapeutics out in the marketplace, this hyper growth in the amount of clinical evidence that's available that can help physicians make better decisions. But the technology physicians have at their fingertips to make better decisions with all this, with therapeutics out in the marketplace and clinical evidence, has not improved at all. And that to us was, in our minds, the single biggest problem where we could drive the most positive impact.
First place. That's it for today's video, guys and gals. Do any of you own any Clover Health options? What do you think about Clove's future in 2022? Comment down below what you think. And until next time, peace.